is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine. Hey now, you're an all-star. You came on, go play. Hey now, you're a star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and you're bundled up now. Wait till you get older, but the media men beg to differ. Judging by the hole in the satellite picture, the ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. My world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
You've got it locked and loaded to the Sunday, August 2nd edition of the Press Box. Naughty and your company right up until 1 p.m. I will be joined in short by Earl the Pearl and Stat Boy. We may even have a Megaton Saturday this morning because, you know, it's closer to football season and the Braves have been in, so I'm sure we'll hear from Mega. But all the regular contributors will be chiming in short order. And like I said, we're doing this one again in memory of our late great contributor and good friend who we laid to rest yesterday, Muff Road. R.I.P. Muff. And we got a lot of sports to talk about. I'm sure, like I said, when Purdy chimes in, we'll hear from him and Stat Boy as well. But, you know, we got to start it locally. We got to start it off with the local sports scene. And before we get to that, I got to pick up the sponsors each and every time. Couldn't do it without them. You know who I'm talking about. The Island Game. Listen, multiple ways to play, multiple ways to win. All right, and they got some awesome NFL promotions, including a trip to the Super Bowl up for grabs. I'm going to tell you more about it. Obviously, it's the preseason. But as we get you through the preseason and into the regular season, I'm going to have you ready to go with the Island Game. It's the only place to play, the only place to win all NFL season long, the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly. But Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, you know we're going to do big things with Bud Light all season long. And keep on listening to the Press Box each and every Sunday. Chances for you to win cases of Bud Light and swag gear courtesy of the Press Box. All right? And in addition to that, KFC Nassau. From their kitchen to us, it's always finger licking good. Let them do the cooking for you today. Those summer buckets are off the chain. You want chicken sandwiches? You need to go to a person who deals with chicken. Go to the Colonel. Colonel knows about chicken. If you want a chicken sandwich, get it from someone who knows about chicken. And the Colonel knows about chicken. All right? But like I always tell you, from their kitchen to us, it's always finger licking good. That KFC Nassau do the cooking for you today. Green Parrot. That is the official watering hole of the Press Box. As a matter of fact, we are kicking off the season live from Green Parrot. First 25 Dolphin fans in there for that 1 o'clock game, you're going to get a free Bud Light. We're going to start the party for you. You're going to have to drown the rest of your sorrows on your own. But Green Parrot doing big things all football season long, all of your NFL action, Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night, all right? And then all your college football on the weekend as well on Saturday, all right? Green Parrot, the official watering hole of the Press Box, and they're doing big things with us all season long. And, of course, Harborside Marine. Listen, crawfish season in full effect. They got all your pots, all your traps, everything you need for crawfish season, all your tackles, rods, and lines for fishing. All right, all your gear as far as snorkeling gear, scuba gear, got that for you as well too. And if you got to put a engine in the boat, only place to do it, Harborside Marine, especially if it's an inboard outboard. All right, be sure to check them out today, man. Harborside Marine, bring them up each and every time. Big up the sponsors, couldn't do it without them. And now we got Pearly in the building. What's going on, Pearly? Simo?
You know what's going on.
Listen. It's Sunday. I'm not trying to do any Joker's Wild in my description of you and how you're going to be about to carry on. All right?
No, I'm going to be really cool. But I don't think the Dodgers. I don't think the Dodgers finished yet.
All right. Well, let's do this. We'll talk about the big Scooble trade coming up in the baseball segment. We're doing local right now. We're just about to jump into our interest in local sports because we're going to wrap with track and field and a certain St. Augustine's College alumnus. Okay?
Sounds like a plan.
I know you're happy now. More itch for you to talk this morning, boy. I believe that's why I believe that's why Stat Boy Slunk in the day talking about. Boy, just get the local scene over with and I get jumping because this could be long.
That's not why stop being the man.
Hey, I can't get in that. I can't get in that early. You know that hate run deep from my generation. Okay.
I'm just sorry we never got him into SAC. He would have learned what the medicine is all about.
He did fine. But yeah, SAC is a great school, man. I'll take nothing from them. All right, great institution. Let's jump on in with the local sports scene. The Bahamas invited to senior baseball tournament. And that's good to know because the seniors had been like dead in the water for a little while. But the Bahamas was invited to compete in the Men's Senior Baseball League, MSBL, Men's Adult Baseball League, 36th Annual Fall Classic set to be held November 7th through the 21st in Jupiter and West Palm Beach, Florida. MABL is the premier amateur baseball league for adults 18 years of age and older, and baseball venues in West Palm Beach and Jupiter use the spring training facilities for 4 Major League Baseball teams. Founded in 1998, MABL is considered the fastest growing adult baseball organization in the United States. We are very familiar with the talented players from the Bahamas in all of the age divisions of our annual tournament, so we know the Bahamas can compete at a high level, as it has done in the past when Bahamians participated in numerous MSLB tournaments, said tournament director Gary D'Ambrisi in a press release. All right, so obviously there's some familiarity there, but I'm glad to see the seniors have some tournaments to go to, Purdy.
Yeah, but that's amateurs, right? So there's none of our minor league boys playing in that, correct?
Absolutely correct, amateurs.
Okay. Got a lot of talented kids, so it should be interesting to watch.
From swimming, Gadsden finished his 10th at the Commonwealth Games.
Okay.
And that's a splash. I mean, the swimmers on the whole made a splash, considering there's a lot of competition, but in swimming, story by Sheldon Longley. In swimming, the Bahamas placed 3 swimmers in the respective events at the 25th Central American and Caribbean Games in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic on Wednesday. Over at the Juan Pablo Duarte Aquatic Center in Santo Domingo, the athletes in the 50 meters breaststroke events got the ball rolling for the Bahamas. Tristan Hebert, 18, continues to get faster and faster. The Bahamian Carifta standout swimmer swam a new personal best time in the 8th final of the men's 50-meter breast on Wednesday, clocking 28.91 seconds. It was the first time Hebert swam under 29 seconds in that event. It gave him a 6th-place finish overall. His previous best time was 29.19, done at the 2025 Carifta Swimming Championships. So the improvement there, good to see that.
Super.
The other Bahamian in that event, Arton Monker, 19, set up for 8th in the 8th final in 29.66 seconds. He was 4th in his morning heat of 29.86, qualifying for the 8th final with the 8th fastest time. And in the women's division, and the version of that race, Renishka Gibbs qualified for the 8th final with the 6th fastest time and went on to finish in the 8th final, finished 9th in the 8th final at 33.67 seconds. So we got an 8th final, which is good, but we're still, a little ways off. But I think if we continue to press and push our swimming program, they can achieve it. We've got the talent and we've got the facilities. No reason for us not to get where we need to be.
Yeah, and I'm excited that the kids did really well, and look forward to. I'm just our junior team does super in Carifta, and I'm just hoping that some of that starts to carry over now in our seniors. But we'll see what happens.
Moving to track and field. Strawn advances to semis. Gardner falls short. Anthony Strawn is on to the semifinals of the women's 200 meters in athletics, while Stephen Gardner fell short of advancing at the 2026 Commonwealth Games, continued on Wednesday in Glasgow, Scotland. Also in boxing, veteran Carl Hill was forced to withdraw from his bout as he was unable to overcome an ankle injury that he sustained in his opening round match on Monday. I hear that's a pretty nasty ankle injury for Carl, too, because if Carl could have gone, he would have gone. He's a warrior. Those were the only two nationals of the Bahamas as the multi-sport event moved into day 7 in Scotland's largest city. Strawn ran out of lane 3 in the 6th and final opening round heat of the women's 200 meters on Wednesday, coming into the finish line in 3rd in her heat, a season's best time of 23.52 seconds to qualify for the semifinals as one of the fastest non-automatic qualifiers. Gardner wasn't as fortunate. The former world and Olympic champion over 400 meters contested the heats of the men's 200 meters on Wednesday and came up short. Why are you running the 200, Pearly?
To build up speed for the 400 later.
Okay, so he expected to toad cut skin in the 200 then. Is it part of the process?
Well, I don't think he no. I think it's part of the process. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see where that goes. And we did have one baby in doing big things on the track as well too, and actually winning. And she's no stranger to winning, but obviously, we gotta look at the story by Sheldon Longley and tip our hat to Devin Charlton, world record.
Yep. I was happy that Sheldon announced it on the show Thursday, so we were the first to tell the Bahamas. He joined me on Thursday, and we announced it, so I was excited about that.
I know. I listened in, and it was definitely a good take with you and Sheldon and Statboy. And Devin's done big things, man, and glad for her to actually come out and gold medal in the Commonwealth Games. World 60-meter record holder, world record holder in the 60-meter hurdles. And I think, she's hard work pays off. I think she might be there for the Olympics again.
Well, I mean, it's got 2 years, and next year's the World Championship. So I'm expecting big things out of her in the World Championship next year to take her into the Olympics. So she's doing great. And, representing the Bahamas and, of course, representing the big red machine, Zach, of course.
Yeah, you still like to try that. I'm just here to remind you that no matter how much your school alma mater ties come, that's family, that's blood.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think Devin's mommy and her mommy are family somehow, some way, shape, or form.
And she's also a descendant of Chippenham. Mom is out of Chippenham.
Well, greatness does come out of Chippenham.
Amen.
I live it and walk it and breathe it example.
Hey.
So but let's go to some audio courtesy of the 10-year seniors on Devin Charlton and her victory yesterday, or day before yesterday, on Thursday, as a matter of fact, over there at the Commonwealth Games. So let's check out this piece on Devin Charlton. Like I said, the audio courtesy of 10-year seniors.
Devin Charlton is the greatest sprint hurdler I've ever seen. Now, you may say, well, Ronaldo, you haven't seen all the sprint hurdlers. And I would say get your own show. On this one, Devin's the GOAT. The 60-meter hurdles world record holder, and yes, we will say it every chance we get. Anyway, now she gets to add Commonwealth Games champion to her long list of accomplishments. Charlton raced to gold in the women's 100-meter hurdles, crossing the line in 12.33 seconds to give the Bahamas its biggest moment of the Games so far. 4 years ago, she left Birmingham with silver. This time, Charlton left no doubt. She stood tall against a stacked field that included defending champion Toby Amusan, who finished with the bronze. It's just the latest chapter in a career that keeps getting better. Indoor has been conquered. World record holder, 3-time world indoor champion, and now it's time to take that success outdoors. And Commonwealth Games gold medalist, great start.
Well, great way to start at the Commonwealth Games, man. Gold medal. Add that to the collection.
She would have gotten a national record at 12.33, but it was win aided, so 12.39 still stands as the national record.
You keep going for it though, Pearly. I think she'll get it.
Yeah, she can get it. I'm confident she'll do it. I'm very confident she'll do it.
All right. Well, let's switch to where we need to switch.
Well, before we switch, let's don't forget that the World Junior World Champions begin on Tuesday in Eugene, Oregon, and we have a team up there led by Egan Neely. So we're looking for great things out of them. Sheldon will keep us posted on what's going on.
He most certainly will, and thanks for getting that in on Thursday too. That was good stuff, man. Glad to have that breaking news come through on Talking Heads. But now we got to slide this, and boy, here we go. There's more of the process of this man becoming that guy this time of year. But
Not
as
yet.
he said and as he predicted, and he said, listen, we're not going to go away on this. We're going to keep going at this. The Dodgers are going to land Scuba when it's all said and done. And perseverance plays off. And again, it may annoy the bejesus out of me in baseball, but if this is the way the Dodger organization carries on in baseball, and it's the same execs that are going to run the Los Angeles Lakers, I'm excited for my Lakers.
Yeah, but a lot of people saying, "Oh, the Dodgers ruining baseball. The Dodgers ruining baseball." But if you really, really look at it, it's not the money factor, It's the management. Even though we got the money to bring the players in, Milwaukee doesn't spend nowhere near the money we spend, and they got the second best record in baseball. You got 20 out of the 31 teams still in the run for the playoffs. And a lot of them are teams like Pittsburgh, like the Miami Marlins, like who don't spend the kind of money. So it's not a money thing. It's how you pick how the players you get and how you treat the players. And the Dodgers are known to be one of the best organizations, and they treat their players great, and they treat their players' families great. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, Scuba was a little emotional, and I'll get to that in a second. But obviously, he's come up his whole career in Detroit, so I totally get that.
Yeah.
But like I said, great move by the Dodgers. Here's ESPN's Jeff Passan breaking it down, how the Dodgers, Tarek Skubal from the Detroit Tigers. And he said the Dodgers ponied up for it. The Dodgers did their homework. They did their work, like Purdy was telling you all week long. He said by the time and he did say it, by the time he talked on the press box on Sunday, you did say that Scuba would be a Dodger, correct?
Very much so. Very much
That's
so.
why at 3 in the morning you sent me the update when it broke.
No, that was 1. That wasn't 3.
Oh,
that was
1 then. Sorry, but I must have saw it at 3. But anyhow, okay. So let's go to Jeff Passan of ESPN breaking down the big trade. The Dodgers have acquired starting pitcher Tariq Skubal from the Detroit Tigers, and he's a Cy Young candidate, correct, as well?
Yeah, he's a 2-time Cy Young winner. To the back-to-back world champions.
Correct.
So,
and he left the American League as a contender for that Cy Young. He can actually still win that Cy.
Yes, and he also has he's leading in many categories, and plus he got his 1,000 strikeout yesterday as well.
All right, let's hear from Jeff Passan at ESPN, and then we'll hear from Tarek Skubal, but we'll come back to us after Jeff Passan, Mr. Producer. Thanks.
Joined now by senior MLB insider Jeff Passan. Jeff, obviously a big deal. We knew that Tarek Skubal, you had talked about potentially getting moved, but how did this deal to the Dodgers get done?
It came together pretty quickly, Maddie, and the Tigers had played better lately. But ultimately, the price that the Dodgers were willing to pay was enough to get the 2-time Cy Young Award winner Tarek Skubal. Zaire Hope is a very good outfield prospect, top 50 in Kylie McDaniel's prospects. River Ryan there as well. He's a little bit older and has been through some injuries, but has undeniable talent. And Brady Smith, the third piece going back to the Tigers. At the end of the day, it came down to this. None of the other teams that were involved wanted to give up their top prospect in any trade for a rental player, which Tarek Skubal is, because he's going to be a free agent this offseason. And for the Dodgers, the cost was just better than it was for the Milwaukee Brewers or the Tampa Bay Rays, organizations that need their prospects in order to prosper the way they have.
All right, Purdy, break it down for us, man. What did the Dodgers actually give up and all of that?
Okay, so what we gave up Zaire Hope, our number 5 prospect. The Dodgers got a lot of outfielders. They actually have 4 outfielders that get pretty much almost major. While some people think we gave up a lot, it's not that big a hit. River Ryan hurt me a little bit to lose him, but he has not been pitching for us for the last year or most for this year. And there's no room for him, really, if you think about it. And then the other guy was just a throw-in. So I thought we would have given up a lot more.
But Purdy, they got something with River Ryan. If he stays healthy, he's got tremendous potential.
Oh, yeah, they got a lot with River Ryan. That's why I said it hurt me to give him up. They got a lot with him. He is a potential number 1 or number 2 starter, as if he stays healthy. So Detroit may have lost a great pitcher, but may have gained a younger pitcher that can be great.
And outfielders what they need too.
The outfielder he's going to be a stud. Zaire Hope is going to be a stud.
And that's what I'm saying. Zaire Hope, I think he plays. I think he actually goes there and makes that lineup next year.
He may make it next year. They may bring him in later. They may bring him in. I'm sure they're going to bring him up in September to get a little taste.
A little cup of coffee.
get a cup of coffee and see how it like I'm having right now. But get a cup of coffee and see how he does, and then I'm sure because they do need outfielders. But what he does, the pitching wins World Series, gives the and I think the Dodgers really pulled the trigger on this because there's no real assurance if Ohtani's going to be able to pitch. So bringing him in, shores up your thing. So you got Arsenault, Blake Snell, Skubal, Yamamoto. That's a great four for any playoff run. That's a great four. And then you still got Sasaki, you still got Evan Sheehan, you still got Bobilski. So you still got some players. You got some players coming off the injured list coming back. So I'm excited about what I'm going to see in Los Angeles over the next couple of weeks in terms of bringing back just about everybody who's hurt.
All right, let's hear from Tariq Skubal, though. He was a little emotional.
Yeah, he was really
departure from
emotional.
Detroit.
Yeah.
He's been with that organization his entire career. So let's hear from Tariq Skubal on being traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers.
For the city, for the organization, that took a chance on me. So, yeah, it's tough. I love all those guys in there. They're some of my best friends, and yeah, it'll be tough for sure.
Like you said, going to a team like the Dodgers, having a shot to be part of history, how much does that mean to you?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited. They got a good group. You hear everything across the way.
He really does sound excited in the moment. I think he wants the Dodgers to know, okay, I'm glad I'm going to your organization. But I think that overwhelmed him. I really think that took a little, air out of his sails.
Yeah, it's if you're playing with a team, the team brought you up. You started out your major league career with Detroit. You've been there for 8 years. You've done well. You've had great success with them, a couple of playoff runs. But now you take a step up. You come to a team that has potential to be a three-peat world champion. A team that he's gonna miss Detroit, but they're gonna help him not remember Detroit after he gets to LA and see how well.
You want me to tell you something? What's gonna do it all for him? When his family moves from a place like Detroit and sees how beautiful LA is,
yes,
I think that's gonna factor into it as well too.
Yes, it will. It will, and it's a great city. Detroit is a good ball club, but you can't get much better than the way Los Angeles treats his players, and he's gonna love it. He's gonna be great.
All right, we got Statboy chiming in. Statboy, what's your take? Big trade. Purdy called it all during the week, and when you guys were doing sports on Talking Heads, called it during the week. He said by Sunday, by the press box, Tariq Skubal was going to be a Dodger. Well, you're waking up to Tariq Skubal becoming a Los Angeles Dodger traded.
Yes.
What's your take on it?
Well, first off, good morning to everybody. Good morning, press box.
Hey, brother.
And yeah, me and Pearly actually had a conversation last night in which I told him I am going to hold him to a double standard, and at least I was honest about it.
Yeah.
Because with the talent of this team, and I said it jokingly, of course, I'm not taking it too serious because any real sports fan wouldn't hold teams to a double standard. But I will say this. This team, on paper right now, with the addition of Tariq Skubal to that bullpen, to that arsenal, and that rotation, I should say, on paper, there's no reason why they shouldn't repeat this year. No reason. If they can't, it's a severe disappointment because now you add a Cy Young guy to that rotation. And he's in his prime years, getting him out of Detroit, and now he's playing winning baseball.
Man, listen, first and foremost, as a father, I am very proud of your take. I really am. I'm talking like Guion and Shador proud. As a broadcaster, I'm a little upset because you denied me the opportunity to lay in the cut and be that guy if the Los Angeles Dodgers lost.
My apologies.
You know, if they lose, it is going to be some severe trollery coming out of me, Pearly.
Well,
I know.
I'll let you handle it then. I'll let you handle it. All right, shotgun or not.
Like Starboy said, on paper right now, you guys are lethal. You are loaded at every position, and you got backups for backups.
We're only getting healthier as a team.
My only
And you can't blame management because your bromance over the last 2 years with one Dave Roberts has thrown that out of the window.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
that.
I've learned respect for Dave in terms of the way he is with all those injuries. Any other team with those injuries, who's Judd, and the team just struggled. We've lost a lot of players. Our catcher's out. He may not play for the season. And so that's why I don't think the Dodgers are quite finished yet. I think they may pull the trigger on a catcher. It'll be interesting to see. But if we don't win, plenty will say, like Starboy said last night to me, if you don't win, they're going to say you choked. If you do win, they can say they expect you to win.
Epic failure. Failure. Right up there with them Braves teams that were so good back in the day that went to the playoffs and choked. Epic failure.
My only concern that I have with my team right now is two actually I have. We give this guy, Kyle Tucker, $60 million a year, and he ain't earning 10. He's really pissing me off. He's pissing a lot of Dodger fans off to the Chicago Cub level that he did. And then Teoscar Hernandez, I'm a little concerned, but I think by playoff time he'll turn it around. And then this concern is whether Will Smith will be back or not. So other than that,
Teoscar y Cuba, man. Everybody for and come the playoff. That's my time.
Yeah, that's what I think he'll do. But Kyle Tucker really got to turn it around. He's not giving us $60 million worth of play. And a lot of people are asking for the Dodgers to trade him. I say, no, you can't give up on him right away. We brought Tanner Scott in last year. Tanner Scott was a bomb. This year he's been a beast. So this gotta hope it turns around and he'll be all right because he gotta earn that money.
It takes time.
I think he realizes it.
But I think you ought to put yourself in a position to repeat. Now, whether you can or not is entirely up to you.
Repeat. Yeah. Three-peat.
Three-peat, not three. Three.
Three-peat.
Three, yeah. Now, Mookie is starting to hit the ball pretty good. Freddie's hitting the ball good. Well, Shohei hitting the ball. Muncy hitting the ball. The infield hitting the ball. Rushing is who's the backup catcher, has done an admirable job in absence of Will Smith, so I'm not worried about him too much. Pajes bat has slowed down a little bit in the second half, but he's coming up with some clutch runners in scoring position hits. He's making great catches out there. So just if Kyle Tucker starts hitting the ball, Dodgers could actually go like how Moses Malone say, full. So we'll see what happens.
Kill me with that moment, and every time you bring that up, I have to laugh.
Yeah, I that may remind you because guess he swept us, so that was part of it.
It was for sure.
Yeah, and then I got to meet him that same summer. He came to the Bahamas. Big hand.
Who? Mo Malone?
Yeah, he has a huge hand. Huge. You talking like how me and you struggle to palm the ball? This guy pretty much covers almost half the ball when he takes it in his hand.
Yeah, no wonder he was dominant.
Yeah, he was very good. Yeah. But so I'm excited about the back half of baseball now. The second half, I'm excited about it. I think I may think I missed less than 5 games for the year. So I'll try to watch as many.
You've been on your stuff.
Before we pivot from the Dodgers and we pivot to some other trades made in Major League Baseball and we talk about the Yankees, let's hear real quick one more time from Jeff Passan in ESPN. Pearly, let me tell you the pressure you're under. He's now calling you guys the Avengers. He said the Dodgers have assembled the Avengers. Y'all cannot lose. Let's hear from Jeff Passan once again.
So how will this move impact the Dodgers' starting rotation?
It just gives them, it's funny to think you trade for the best pitcher in the world and it gives you depth.
Yeah.
Right? No, with Jacob Mizorowski and they could be Dodger killers. In Atlanta, you pair them with Chris Sale. There's opportunity to have great rotations there. With the Dodgers, they already have a bunch of Cy Young Award winners. They already have Blake Snell and Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and they have Tyler Glass now coming off the injured list. And oh, by the way, Justin Wroblewski's been fantastic this season, and that Shohei Ohtani guy's pretty good too, and Roki Sasaki's throwing 102 again. Oh. And I can go on and on and on.
Good problem to have.
The Dodgers have assembled the Avengers. Mm-hmm. It's as simple as that. Mm-hmm. And everybody else looks at them as Thanos, actually.
Yeah, no kidding.
For real.
Right.
Yeah, there you have it, Pearly. You guys are loaded.
Yeah. But you still got to do what Chris Berman says. You got to play the game.
This is true. This is very, very true.
On paper, we're great. We look good. Stay healthy. Be pretty dominant, but you still got to come out there and play. So now the bullseye on the Dodgers, the Phillies, the Brewers, the Braves, all going to be coming at the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks all going to be coming at the Dodgers. Make it to the World Series, you got a chance to be either about the Yankees, the Rays, so it's gonna be interesting to see, and it's gonna be great baseball to watch. Either way, it's gonna be great baseball to watch.
Now, speaking of a team that you and I are very surprised that they're still there over there in the American League Central, that's the Chicago White Sox. They made a big trade last night. They're acquiring right-handed pitcher Luis Castillo from the Seattle Mariners for reliever Sir Anthony Dominguez and outfielder Nolan Jones. And catching prospect Boston Smith. Now, Castillo is 33, he's 3-9 with a 5.06 ERA and 20 appearances. The help they need with that bullpen in the middle relief?
Yes, and I think they're presently surprised at where they're at, and I think they're saying, you know what, let's make a run. So they made that trade to show up the bullpen. I think they may need to pull the trigger on necessarily, but the White Sox are here to stay in that division for sure.
Yes.
Looks like they're not trying to run away from anybody. They knuckling down, 10 toes in the ground and trying to win that division outright.
Yep, they are. They really are.
Pittsburgh Pirates also made a trade thirsty for bullpen help in their push to end an 11-year postseason drought. They've acquired reliever Camilo Doval in a trade with the New York Yankees. The team's announced on Saturday. Yankees will cover a portion of Doval's salary, receiving a pair of minor leaguers in catcher Omar Alfonso and outfielder Luis Cruz. Now remember, Doval was an all-star closer in 2023 for the San Francisco Giants. It's a high-ceiling, low-floor enigma. The Yankees acquired him from the Giants at last year's trade deadline, thinking he could slide into a setup role and create a dominant backhand of the bullpen with closer David Bednar.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. So maybe change of scenery might work for everybody.
I think so, because Doval was not great with us
this
year.
Yeah, I agree. I just wanted to run back to the trade with Scooble. A lot of the MLB executives, keywords were saying that's all Detroit got. I'm shocked. A lot of them feel that the Dodgers got the better part of that and didn't give up as much as they expected them to give. So they got Bupkis.
Horrible.
No, but you got to look at it this way, Stat Boy. He's a free agent. They're not going to pay him the money that he wants. So you get yourself a couple of good prospects that you could probably build on. You get a future front line pitcher. You got a starting outfielder that you can use, and you build your team, because it's better to get that than to walk away with nothing in October.
Exactly, because like me and you discussed, I believe it was Thursday, Pearly, baseball is headed towards an inevitable indefinite lockout.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to come.
That looks like that's going to happen for real. And it's better for y'all to get him now and, try to get, as much help with money and whatnot. But yeah, just off the move alone, I can't even think of another move in recent sports history like this, because the team is already so stacked. And now you all get one of the best pitchers in the game. It's wild.
Let me go ask you, Daddy Cuss. Well, maybe the signing in Philadelphia might rival that.
Yeah, but how old is that guy?
I'm only talking crap. Believe me, I don't believe that's that level.
I'm not worried about that dude.
Yeah.
As we wrap up baseball, the Braves also made a trade yesterday, acquired outfielder Lane Thomas and a minor league left-hander Bailey Falter from the Royals in exchange for two minor league pitchers on Saturday. Thomas, 30, is slashing .232, 326, 393, and 97 games with the Royals this year. He played mostly center field in Kansas City, but will move to left field in Atlanta and likely platoon with Mike Yastrzemski. Thomas is a career .288 hitter against left-handed pitching, and I think that's why the Braves got him. Playoffs coming up, you need to do left-handed pitching.
Well, you need that because there's a lot of left-hand pitchers out there.
All right, so baseball making its moves, doing its thing, right down to the wire. As far as the trade deadline goes, and let's see how this last portion of the season plays out. Because, like I said,
tomorrow's the trade deadline, so let's wait to see some more moves going to be made. I think you guys may make another move.
Yankees for sure.
Yeah, so it's really interesting to see. Tomorrow's going to be a good day to watch the ticker tape, watch the bunch of apps that you got on your phone to see what happens. MLB, Bleacher Report will have the report, have it pretty quick.
Yep, and a lot of these divisions still within striking distance.
Yes.
American League, Tampa Bay 3.5 over the Yankees, 6 over the Red Sox. Central, Chicago White Sox, 3 over the Twins and 3 over the Indians. Or the Guardians, sorry.
Yes, you gotta get it correct.
Houston, 1.5 over the Rangers, 3 over the Mariners. So all of them are wide open in the American League. National League, Braves, 8 up over the Phillies, 9.5 over the Marlins. Milwaukee, 6.5 over the Cubs, 14 over the Pirates. Dodgers, 10 over the 12 over the Padres, 22 over the Giants, and 26 over the Rockies. So that one's pretty much done.
You know what's surprising, though? Just for a slight moment, because this probably won't last, but just for a slight moment, the Brewers have the best record in baseball again.
Yeah. Yeah.
They spend no money and make no, but it doesn't matter because the Dodgers, with that move right there, could afford to have whatever record they want to. You don't want to buck them in the playoffs.
Going to be a tough schedule if you face the Dodgers in a meaningful series, especially in the World Series. It's going to be tough. All right, let's take the break. Flip side of the break, we'll be back. Yours truly, Naughty, along with Pearly and Statboy, as we continue the Sunday, August 2nd edition of the Press Box, brought to you by the Island Game, Jimmy's Wines and Spirit, KFC Nassau, Green Parrot, and Harborside Marine.
You try to rest, but roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers. For window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it, just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located at the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Dive in hot with the new KFC Dunk Buffalo Ranch. A crispy ranch chicken sandwich with buffalo sauce on the side. For just $8.95, get messy with it and dunk it how you want it. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Everybody dunk! Everybody ranch!
Running low on summer funds? Squeeze every drop of fun out of your summer with Fidelity Personal Loan. From backyard upgrades to family getaways, Fidelity is here to help. Call 356-7764 today.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting but guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, August 2nd edition of the Press Box. That's really Naughty, along with Pearly and Statboy and the company, right up until 1 p.m. And let's pivot to the WNBA, guys. And we got lots to talk about because they're coming down as well, getting ready for the playoffs. Let's just look at some scores from yesterday out of the WNBA. And then we got some WNBA news to get to as well. But I could strongly see that my post LeBron James hate, I know exactly where that's going to. But
oh man,
I'm telling you now, that Cunningham chick on our team is a better player than Caitlin Clark, bro.
No.
Anyway, we'll have that discussion another day.
Another time, yeah.
Pivoting to the WNBA, big news just breaking. Sparks trade All-Star Kelsey Plum to the Mercury.
Wow.
Sparks are trading 5-time All-Star Kelsey Plum to the Phoenix Mercury for Monique Akoa Makani, a 2027 first-round pick and a 2028 second-rounder. Again, the Sides completed a major deal late Saturday night for the WNBA's top trade target ahead of Sunday afternoon's deadline, and marks just the fourth time in league history that an All-Star has been traded mid-season. Plum, a two-time WNBA champion, has been out since June with a leg injury, but had expected return for the Sparks next game Sunday at the Portland Fire. Well, all I could say is, in LA, time to replace a Plum with a Juju.
I like that.
That's all I'm going to say.
I don't know, because Juju's probably going to be the number one pick.
Yeah, we likely won't get her at this rate, but I would love that.
Never know, they could trade up. See that same 2027 first-round pick and that second-round pick, they could package all of that and trade up.
That's true, but will the Storm give it up? Because that's her, you know what I mean? So hopefully in an ideal world, but right now the Storm are going to get that pick as it stands, or the Sun.
Yeah.
Another big trade in the WNBA, the Toronto Tempo acquired Connecticut Sun forward Anisha Morrow, and a trade that's sending the rights to Maria Masha Klundikova and a 2028 second-round pick back to the Connecticut Sun. The team's announced on Friday. Morrow, a 6'1" forward, fills the need for a young, big that expansion franchise Tempo had been looking for. The former LSU standout compiled 9 double-doubles in 20 appearances with the Sun this year, averaging 11.6 points and 8.9 boards in 23 minutes.
Really good numbers.
Those are good numbers, but then you want, Toronto looks like they'll be committed to her long term because that's a missing piece to their rotation.
And they're rebuilding and they're setting up their roster for the future, like you said. I like that move.
What else is going on?
I see.
Go ahead, Bertie.
Do we still on WNBA or are we switching off?
No, we still on WNBA.
Okay, after we finish this, I guess on NBA.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that. Get to that. Save it for the NBA. Calm down. That's premature participation. You see how you get when the Dodgers start getting froggy?
I know you wanted to say something else, but anyway, that's all right.
Yeah, that Dodgers. Well, listen. I don't know if I could deal with 3 straight. I really don't freaking know if I could deal with 3 straight. I don't know that. I'm not sure if I can handle that. The WNBA boss Storm co-owner for confronting fans. The WNBA has suspended Seattle Storm co-owner Celeste Keaton from attending the team's next 5 home games after her exchange with 2 fans during Tuesday's matchup with the Indiana Fever. The league confirmed on Thursday.
Yeah.
Wherever the Fever go, they cause problems, man.
I think she cussed them out.
Keaton had admonished a pair of fans who had brought signs into Climate Pledge Arena supporting Fever guard Sophie Cunningham, following her with transgender athletes. The fans told Undivided iPod.com that Keaton directed expletives at them for a sign that thanked Cunningham for speaking up for girls.
Yeah.
That's going to be a slippery slope with that topic in the WNBA. I'll tell you.
I was going to say the same thing.
And the WNBA won't discipline Paige Bucharest or Angel Reese. They won't face any punishment after a since-deleted social media post showed the two discussing a friendly wager prior to their team's matchup on Wednesday. A league source confirmed and told ESPN. So nothing ain't coming out of that. Don't look for no gambling allegations or anything out of that.
It was really just a little, hey, we can beat you. I got $400, say you can't win. And that's basically it, but it never, came to anything.
Not in this day and age of all what's going on with sports betting. Can't do it. Just too much of a slippery slope. All right, Let's look at the scores from yesterday in the WNBA. 84-83. The Liberty took care of the Mercury, 94-92. Jonquil had 16 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists in that one. And we look at the schedule for today. Big schedule in the WNBA today. Starting at 1 p.m., you got the Fever and the Lynx, which should be a good game. Sparks and the Fire coming your way at 3:30. At 7 p.m., it's the Sun and the Wings. And then the 8:30 game, the Tempo and the Valkyries, which should be another good one right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big games on top in the WNBA today. So keep an eye out for that. If you want to take in some WNBA action, plenty for you to take in and watch and enjoy this afternoon, all right? And as far as the standings go, you know, they just do the straight standings. Top 8 teams qualify for the league. In the conferences, you know.
They don't do conferences in the playoffs. They don't do conferences in the playoffs.
Right. So the top 8 teams. Minnesota is your number 1 seed. Your number 2 seed. Minnesota 24-6, 9. Golden State, the Valkyries 19-9 at number 3 seed. Number 4 seed, Indiana Fever 19-10. Atlanta Dream 18-10 at the 5th seed. The Dallas Wings 18-11 at the 6th seed. The Washington Mystics coming off the dirt. I told you I watched that Mystics team.
7th.
16-12 is the 7th seed, and your New York Liberty 17-13 is your 8th seed. And then there's pretty much a lot of separation between the 8th seed and the 9th seed, like 6 games. So I think this is where your teams should be right there. That's your playoff teams right there.
Yep.
All right, Pearly, now that we've wrapped the WNBA, what you got for us? You had an extra tidbit as far as the NBA, and we can say that as we get ready to go to the break soon, and we'll do NBA in the 12 o'clock before we get to the NFL. So,
congratulations to Donovan Mitchell and Coco Jones who got married.
Yes, congrats.
And Coco Jones is the singer, and Donovan Mitchell, I think Bam Adebayo, Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brown was all at the wedding. And Russell Wilson and his wife.
Good stuff. Ciara, she's also a singer.
Pie, absolute pie.
So good for Donovan Mitchell, man.
Yeah, that's cool. I think, and isn't Bam Adebayo and Asia
He didn't
Wilson
get an NBA ring, but he got a wedding ring. That's good enough.
Wait, one ring is
better than an NBA ring.
Yeah, is it Bam Adebayo and Asia Wilson who dating?
Correct.
Yes.
I like that kind of stuff. No.
Why you see more like that kind of stuff? That feel-good aspect, that feel-good element.
The feel-good element to see women in the WNBA are marrying men.
Yeah. Jesus God. Okay.
That's why I love Angel Reese.
That's why you love Angel Reese?
Yeah, she dating the guy from the Charlotte Hornets.
Okay.
And then Caitlin must, you don't like her. She dating the guy who played for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Tom Pearly.
Yeah, and 2 of them look like men.
That's all right. That's all right. At least, anyway, I have to be on radio.
Exactly.
I'm just saying they're both very masculine looking, that's all.
Yeah, but she has long hair.
Pearly, I could go so many ways with that, though, Pearly. Come on.
I know.
Pearly, I could go so many ways with that. Why are you doing it?
Let me go to the break before we get ourselves in trouble.
All right, let's go to the break, and on the flip side of the break, we'll wrap things up and get you ready for the 12 o'clock hour. This is the Sunday, August 2nd edition of the Press Box, which continues right after this.
It may be hot outside, but you can stay cool knowing B.O.B. is backing your summer plans. That's because
You're paying school fees, planning home improvements, or taking a much-needed vacation, B.O.B. offers the lowest consumer loan rate in the country, and we will beat any rate offered by 1%.
So don't sweat the small stuff. Let B.O.B. help you take care of business so you can get to summer fun. Apply for your B.O.B. summer loan today.
B.O.B., your bank of solutions.
You try to rest, but roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no.
for posters and banners, magazines and flyers, for window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Summer's here, and KFC's got summer buckets just for you. Every bucket starts with 8 legs and thigh pieces of your favorite chicken, plus 4 golden biscuits. Grab the value bucket for just $20 or go big with our mega bucket, packed with everything you need for summer fun on the beach, boat, or on the road. Need more? Add 4 Pepsis, Family Fries, or the new mango dessert biscuit for only $5. KFC's summer buckets have big flavor, big value, and finger-licking good chicken on top.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, small day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, August 2nd edition of the Press Box, brought to you by the Island Game, Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, KFC Nassau, Green Parrot, and Harborside Marine. Yours truly, Naughty, along with Earl the Pearl and Statboy in the building right up until 1 p.m. Real quick before we take the 12 o'clock break and get you into the 12 o'clock hour. Got a little recap from yesterday from day one of SummerSlam. You know, we covered it all here. And I got the results for you. And let me tell you, not a good look. Not a good look. For some of y'all who were looking for Cody Rhodes to win, that didn't happen. We had a Randy Orton sighting. That showed up and cost Cody Rhodes the match against CM Punk. CM Punk retains the title. Obafemi defeated Brock Lesnar in a Hell in a Cell match, and Brock Lesnar handed the torch to Obafemi at the end, announced, you know, pretty much he's the past and Femi's the future.
There you go.
Yep.
And look for Paul Heyman to end up probably managing on.
Yeah, but some people was trying to figure out why didn't Femi go for the WWE title as opposed to having that fight with Brock Lesnar. They thought it was a bad move by him.
Femi will get a shot at the WWE title. That'll probably be against Roman Reigns or maybe even against CM Punk next. We'll see how it goes.
Exactly.
If he go against CM Punk, he'll just wipe him out.
I agree.
Elsewhere, Liv Morgan defeated Io Sky to retain the WWE Women's World Championship. Nick Aldis fought a valiant fight against Gunther, tapped out, but made a statement and has been reinstated as the commissioner for, or the general manager for SmackDown. The Bloodline fell to Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, and Royce Keys. Royce Keys absolutely blown up in the WWE since his departure from AEW. And Solo Sikoa is becoming a star. He is becoming a star. Now, remember, his dad is Rikishi. Everybody loved Rikishi. And Rikishi had
that's his dad is Rikishi? Okay.
And he's got a lot of that big boy swag Rikishi got. And the crowd is just loving him. He started off trolling, but he's actually won the crowd over. His pop is huge now in the WWE. I think they're going to keep him babyface and push him for a while. Fatal Influence defeated Paige and the Bella Twins, and the Bella Twins turned on Paige, so now they're back, and they're back to their old ways of being, you know, too low.
10 years ago.
They turned on Paige in the fight last night?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I thought that was a bad matchup, and they said they were gonna. I thought it was a bad matchup. You can't trust the Bella twins.
And now you got night 2 coming up tonight, so we'll keep an eye on that. But what we'll do now, like I said, is we'll get to a quick break. And we'll get up into the 12 o'clock hour. In the 12 o'clock hour, we will talk NBA and we will talk NFL. Lots of news coming out of NFL training camps. And lots of news still coming out of the NBA as well, too, as teams scurry to find Tyrese Thibault sign. And I think that was a pretty much under-the-radar signing that's going to help that squad long-term.
Yeah. Yeah, and I see Gary Payton.
Yeah, Matisse Thybulle.
Yeah, that was
to discuss LeBron's arrival in Philadelphia. We're going to hear from Michael Wilbon. Who's the pressure on? Is it really on Embiid or is it on LeBron? Who has more to lose next season? We'll hear from ESPN on Joel Embiid or LeBron James. We'll also hear from Brian Windhorst on how the Knicks have to secure Karl Anthony Towns, or the future of that franchise may be in limbo. And we'll hear from some other NBA experts as well as the NFL. That's all coming up on the 12 o'clock hour of the Sunday, August 2nd edition of the Press Box, which continues right after this.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island, don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Dunk Buffalo Ranch, Dunk Buffalo Ranch.
Get messy with it.
Dive in hot with the new KFC Dunk Buffalo Ranch.
Hey, Dunk Buffalo Ranch.
A crispy ranch chicken sandwich with buffalo sauce on the side.
Buffalo on the side, Buffalo on the side.
For just $8.95, get messy with it and dunk it how you want it. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Everybody dunk. Hey, everybody ranch.
New school year, new gear. From uniforms to laptops, a Fidelity personal loan can help you check every item off of your kid's school list. Jump into back-to-school season with ease. Apply for a Fidelity personal loan today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Girl, you see how Cora eye look funny, all black up yesterday?
But she say she bump into a wall when she's running after the churn them.
Yeah, but last Saturday you see her arm was all black and blue, right?
So what you saying? You think something wrong between her and Jack?
I ain't sure, but you know Jack is a jealous man. I hear him and Cora last Friday. Cora have eyes for Junior.
Now you know that ain't true. Cora is a good woman, does mind her business, take care of them churn, and go to church every Sunday. So what you think we should do?
I think we should report Jack, you know. Cora don't say nothing, but silence hides violence, and we don't want to line up in the cemetery.
Not me. I ain't getting in nobody business, then Jack come after me and I land up next to Cora.
No, man, we could call a text Crime Stopper. And remember, we can even get some grocery money for our tip.
Remind me again, how does this work?
We can call them in Miami at 328-TIPS or 328-8477. Or when we in the island, call toll-free at 300-TIPS or 300-8477. And if you don't have no minutes, use the Crack Crime Bahamas app and we could text them and the messages get on mix up before it leave your phone so nobody can know what you saying.
So what we waiting on then? Let's go earn some grocery money.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at ya on the Sunday, August 2nd edition of the Press Box, brought to you by The Island Game, Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, KFC Nassau, Green Parrot, Harborside Marine. Your boy Naughty along with Pearly and Stoutway in the building right up until 1 p.m. And we got to talk NFL in short order. But before we talk NFL, we got to talk NBA. And still the lingering story in the NBA now is LeBron James. LeBron James. I think we've seen every incarnation of this story play out, man. Let's just play the season and get it over with.
Well, we got to get there first. Got to get to the preseason. There's a lot of more interesting narratives and teams to watch though than just Philadelphia. But anytime a guy like LeBron moves, it generates buzz. That's one thing. So, I mean, I don't know because that team, it's who's going to be able to sacrifice for the betterment of the team on that team.
Everybody will have to.
Yeah, well, everybody's not going to, Pearly. You think Jaylen Brown and Embiid are going to sacrifice their touches?
You know.
The only one who's going to suffer in all of this is VJ because he's a second-year guy. He's going to get less shots. He's going to have to acquiesce to the senior man them on the team.
VJ and Moxie, the two guards. The two guards. Because the front court.
No, yes, because LeBron's camp is already coming talking about the best thing for LeBron would be the point guard on his team.
I understand that, but Moxie and LeBron are very dear friends. They work out together. And they part of the clutch sports. He's gonna look out for Moxie. VJ's gonna hurt the most. VJ takes 15 to 20 shots a game now. He's gonna be below 10 shots a game this season, and that's gonna hurt him. And if I was him, I guess he can't make much noise now because he's still on a rookie contract. But get the hell out of there when your rookie contract is up.
Pearly, that is a fair and valid point. But I mean, you mentioned LeBron and Moxie working out like that holds any like validity or weight or credence. That's about as firm as a paperweight. He worked out with Russ in the offseason. We saw how Russ got done in LA. He worked out with so many other guys in the off seasons, and they all either get traded or get moved or relegated to a certain role. They bring in Kevin Love, he gets relegated to a certain role. I'm sorry.
You got a point there.
He has an orbit about him that at 42 is not going to be the same as when he was 33 or 30 or 27, of course. But we all know that if LeBron runs point, he's going to be purely facilitating. The scoring output will not be any more than 20 points a game, which is still impressive for year 24, but it might drop to even below 20, and you might see him rack up a lot of assists because he does have great passing IQ. That's one thing LeBron does have is great passing IQ. But you had a guy like Moxie who was averaging around 26 a game, I believe. That's going to come down. VJ was averaging, 16, 17 his rookie year. Yeah, that might go down to like 14, 13 points and a ton of rebounds. Which is exactly, that's the sad part. Because I don't believe Embiid is mature enough, if he really wants a championship, to sacrifice his touches. And can Jaylen Brown, when he doesn't have the hot hand, can he trust somebody else to be the clutch guy and take the shot? Because he does have a sneaky ego from being the finals MVP and having that great year last year in Boston. He is going to have a sneaky ego of, I'm going to take this shot because I'm this guy. So there's a lot of ego on the team that I don't know if I'm comfortable with. Because Moxie and VJ really should be getting the bulk of the touches, knowing that, defenses are going to hone in.
They should be building that team around them for years to come. They're two young, talented guards. Sorry to cut you off that way, but they need to be focusing on building around that nucleus.
Because it's hard to get a good backcourt in the league. The front court is filled with a lot of talented guys. You always have good wing guys in the league. The center has made a resurgence, and the power forward to a degree as well. Because most bigs now are mostly like you had combo guards. Now you kind of have combo bigs where like a Wembanyama. He could play defensively like a center, but then on offense could play like a power forward, could play like a guard. But to get a good backcourt, it's rare now, and Philly has that. And I would honestly lean more towards, developing those guys because those are the younger guys, the hungrier guys. And Moxie's a great scorer. His efficiency, of course, could be a bit better, but I think that all comes with the work and comes in time. I don't know if Embiid is going to have to sacrifice. Is he willing to do that? That's going to be my main thing with Philadelphia because this is a guy who's used to scoring 32 a game. Can he put his ego to the side?
He can, but what you got to look at, and what we're not talking much about is Will Embiid give them 50 games this year?
That as well. That's another key thing as well.
Will he
They
give
say
them
he's
50
healthy.
games? And if he can't give them 50 games, they're going to be in problems.
They will. I agree. Because I don't even think Drummond is there as their backup center anymore. A significant drop off from a Joel Embiid.
Significant.
He's gonna
And then a lot of
have to be there.
A lot of people saying, "Oh, LeBron is being the champion." He's not. Is not the key player is not going to be LeBron. The key player in that whole setup is going to be Embiid. Can Embiid stay on the court?
I agree.
Can Embiid give them that center, that rim protection that they
Can he
need?
sacrifice when on the court for what the team needs to win?
Well,
Because
let's see what Michael Wilbon has to say on all of what we discussed right here. Let's get his take on it. Here's Michael Wilbon on ESPN.
Joel Embiid has the most pressure. LeBron's career, and I don't want to hear about LeBron's legacy. I don't want to hear any more about that. That is the new thing. Sorry, I'm old man, get off my lawn now, Trevor. That is the new thing when people can't think of anything else. They want to talk about legacy. LeBron James, if he decided tomorrow, never mind, I'm not going to play, he goes down as one of the, at worst, 5 best players of all time, and in most people's minds in the top 2 or 3, okay? So LeBron, if he doesn't play, much less doesn't win. Embiid has played in, what is it again? 39, 38, and 19 games. He's Maxi's got a long run. Maxi's got some time. Jaylen Brown has been the MVP of an NBA Finals. He's got that ring. I know he wants more, and it looks like he can get it. Nick Nurse got a ring. The pressure is on one dude more than anybody else out there, and it's Joel Embiid. And I just, the only wish I have for Joel Embiid this season is that he has health, that he can get to play, I don't know, in the neighborhood of 60 games, and that gets him ready for a postseason where he can be the best of what we saw this past postseason, but more frequently. How great would that be for the NBA, for sports fans, for people who love basketball, if you could see that Sixers team with LeBron James and Joel Embiid, the big man they need so desperately, being himself?
I think it's going to take a lot of working to get chemistry on this team, because at some point,
I agree.
You got a lot of young players on that bench too. And if they see 2 old lions holding up the process, how long are they going to be patient to acquiesce to that?
Because, mind you, we talk about VJ and Maxi as they deserve to be talked about, as they should. But on the bench, you've just drafted Labaron Philon, who's a dynamic young guard out of college. And they signed Anthony Simons in the offseason, who's a relatively good producing scorer. Exactly, he's a bucket. So that's their bench. That's their 6th and 7th man. 2 great guards in that backcourt as well. Like
what I would do honestly is I would insert somebody into that starting lineup, and I put VJ as the 6th man. Let him be the leading scorer off the bench. That way he still has his opportunity for shots, looks, and to score the ball.
Listen, Pop, I know why you say that from a basketball
but it makes some sense.
But VJ shouldn't have to be relegated to the bench. First off, he showed promise his rookie year. Second off, no hate.
Stat boy, nobody's disagreeing with that. He deserves to be in that starting lineup, but we know what the prima donna LeBron James is and clutch sports.
Yeah. But like I told Pearly before, if VJ can persevere and just still shine through in terms of his hustle, his motor, and his defense, and just knocking down the shots when he gets them, he'll be fine.
As an organization, Philadelphia.
In my opinion, VJ
as an organization.
Yeah, that's true too.
I don't want to stunt his growth. I don't want to stunt the future. I have him bail out like Pearly. I would bring him on the bench and let him be a star off the bench.
I just don't feel it should get to that, because I still feel he'll end up starting anyway, because if you think about it, VJ has the potential, and this is a hot take right now, but everybody this year will see, VJ could end up being the best defender on that team. Right now, him and Brown are kind of neck and neck, because Brown is a solid defender too, but VJ's hustle on the defensive end. Yeah, but Brown is going to shoot on the offensive end.
Yeah, but if you listen to Naughty, listen to your daddy, it makes sense for VJ to come off the bench, to be in the second unit. That's where he'll get his shots, because in that starting 5, he's not going to get him shots. He's not going to get his shots. So if coming off the bench is with the second unit and leading the second unit, he won't be playing with LeBron. It'll be at times Maxi with him. And I think he'd be able to get his shots and carry the second unit if they decide to do that.
Let me tell you something. In a tight game,
And I don't think he deserves. Hold on, I don't think he deserves it. I'm lay out. You got to deal the hand you dealt. And if I was his people, it would be hard for him to come off that bench because now I get unlimited shots on that second unit. I am the scoring force there. And when LeBron carries there, I go right back to the line, starting lineup as an even more polished scorer.
Well, that may be true, but let's be honest as well. Rookie Riyad is going to want to accept going to the bench. Nor should he have to.
But that's the dynamic that LeBron James brings.
I know. I'm not saying you or Pearly is wrong. I'm not. I just feel it shouldn't have to come to that. And just knowing how young cats are in the NBA, VJ just turned 21 this offseason, like a couple days ago. I don't think he's going to go for that. Not only that, he's the best defensive guard on their team. So, yes, he would be running with the second unit, but if it came to a 95 game, 5 minutes left, best believe VJ's playing with the starters because they need that defense. Because let's be honest, Maxey, great offensive player. LeBron, 42 years old. Embiid, will he be healthy? Can he rim protect? And Brown, of course, obviously as well. But they're going to need as much defense as they can get, so they'll run VJ with the starting five. Should they start Philon or Simons or whoever? But I don't even think it'll come to that.
All right, let's check back in with ESPN. Who has more to lose next season, Joel Embiid or LeBron James? I think it's cut and dry. LeBron has more to lose because this is a
man.
Hear me out.
No.
This is his last-ditch effort, swan song to chase the championship. If this don't work,
right? But
that dog good night with 6 L's in the finals and 4 wins.
Agreed, but this is an Embiid. Before the clip plays, not to hold it up, but this is an Embiid who's never been to a conference finals. I'm sorry, LeBron has 4 rings. There's a major gap.
Right, Embiid has always been an underachiever, so he has nothing to lose.
Embiid is starting to get a little older, so his time is running out. And if LeBron comes there and disrupts his time, that's 2 years off his time. And I don't know. I think Embiid has more to lose. I think LeBron ego may have more to lose. But when it comes down to it, I don't know. LeBron has to win a championship this year, or it's a bust trade. So you could be right in some degrees, Naughty, but I still think Embiid has more to lose.
All right, let's check in with ESPN.
Legacy is set. We know what the floor is. In a lot of books, it's the second greatest player to have ever laced him up. It's all upside for LeBron James in Philadelphia. Now, there is some risk associated with it because he decided to pass up on other places. But to me, this is about Joel Embiid because with LeBron, winning has followed him everywhere he's gone in his NBA career. He's gone to the finals in both stints with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He went to the finals with the Miami Heat. He went to the finals, and he won a championship with all of those franchises. If it doesn't happen in Philadelphia, then all of a sudden we'll look at the process and Joel Embiid as the face of that proposition and establish that Joel Embiid's legacy will forever be losing in Philadelphia.
Yeah, and that's why I say it's LeBron. LeBron has more to lose because if you think about it, Embiid only has something to gain. There's nothing to lose. When you think about Joel Embiid, what do you think about? The process. Trust the process. And you think about a long history of losing, not making it to the conference finals. His legacy is, I believe, set. It can only get better if they actually, two ways it gets better. If he makes it through the entire season on the Philadelphia 76ers roster, meaning not traded, which will be difficult to do, and...
Wait, Embiid, you're saying, if he makes the entire season staying on the 76ers roster?
Correct.
Not traded during the season?
Correct. That's a win for him.
Okay.
That they don't trade him, okay?
But he is huge salary.
Right, okay, I know.
Okay,
I know.
continue.
And then as you progress, if they are to win a championship. So that's increasing in the legacy. There's no decreasing. We only think he's an injured former MVP that, as Shea just said, makes too much money that some people believe, as Shea just said, is untradeable. Conversely, what if they're bad? What if they're not that good? What if LeBron is not 21-7-7 like we're accustomed to? Then what? You know what it is? In 20 years from now, we have the conversation where Shea says to her 5-year-old, hey, do you know what team LeBron finished his career on? Oh, yeah, the Lake. No, he played a year for the Sixers that no one remembers. He has way more on the line. way more on the. If this goes wrong, and this is why I give him credit for this, he signed up for all of this. He signed up for this pressure. If this goes wrong, it's going to go horribly wrong with him.
All right, we're back at you. We're back at you right here on the Sunday, August 2nd edition of the Press Box. So there you go. There you have it. I don't know.
Not a hard decision. Yeah, come on. It's definitely Embiid.
I'm going to take myself out of this.
You can't let the emotions get,
I have to agree with Sky-By on that.
Listen. No one is a huge LeBron fan. I mean, I respect LeBron probably the most out of everybody here. But obviously nobody goes up in arms and crazy about him like others do locally and internationally. But Embiid hasn't even been to a conference finals. Something's got to give at some point.
Embiid has been a poster child for underachievement for a very long time.
The poster child. Probably under Harden, to be honest with you. Under James Harden. Even James Harden's been to a conference finals just last year. They got swept, but he's been there.
Yeah, but come on now.
Been to a finals. The most overrated MVP in the history of the game. And it's crazy because I remember when Jokic won his first, everybody was calling him the worst MVP ever. And when Embiid won, it's so deserved. It's been coming. Congrats to him. Yet, who's got the 3 MVPs in the title and the finals MVP? And the Nuggets have never been anything before Jokic got there, let's be honest. They've been nothing. Philadelphia has, I think, 3 championships. Had Dr. J, had Moses Malone, had AI. And Embiid has not carried the legacy forward well at all. And he has no excuse now because he has a loaded starting 5 to play with and a good bench. You've got no excuse.
You're correct. Very correct.
You got no excuse.
You're on point all the way across there this morning, there, Stat Boy. You nailed it. But it is 12:21, so what we're going to do, and let me double check if we have any more NBA to cover as well. Oh, yeah, we do. Definitely one more topic. In this, and let's pivot to the Knicks. In this year, in this now, what they know as the parity NBA, because we haven't had a back-to-back champion, 7 years, Stat Boy, going on 8 years?
We haven't. It's Raptors, Lakers, Bucks, Warriors, Nuggets, Celtics, Thunder. Okay, yeah, 8 seasons. 8 seasons, 8 different champions.
So here's the deal. If the Knicks want to break that trend, Brian Windhorst says the Knicks have to handle the Karl Anthony Towns extension. The way they handle it could determine the franchise's future. Obviously, do they handle it in a way? Can they handle it in a way that they can still remain competitive and go for back-to-back? Or you think they sign him long-term and that takes away from the roster and they underachieve?
I don't know, because James Dolan has come out and publicly said the Knicks will not be going into the second apron. So this nucleus you see here with this team this year, Mitchell Robinson's already gone. Key piece in that finals run. Next offseason, 2027 offseason, you're going to see that Knicks team similarly pull a Boston Celtics from a few years ago, where they traded away Kristaps, Brogdon, Drew Holiday, all those cats, because they don't want to go into the second apron.
Any truth to the rumor that Drew Holiday signed a veteran minimum with the 76ers?
Say it again?
I'm hearing rumors Drew Holiday signed a veteran minimum contract with the 76ers.
I think that's purely rumors at the moment because, mind you, he's still under contract in Portland. Now, Portland will have to jettison a lot of guards because they have an overabundance of guards right now, because you have Shadon Sharp, you have Drew, you just got Ja Morant from the Grizzlies, and Dame is coming back healthy. Figure some stuff out. But no truth to that yet. That would be a great move for them, though. And obviously, Clutch is probably pushing it on some of their accounts and whatnot that they have, the shills that they have on social media, because they know they need all the defensive help they can get. But, yeah.
Let's get to Brian Windhorst and the ESPN on how the Knicks should handle this extension with Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, I think this is low-key one of the most important things that's going to happen this summer is how the Knicks handle this Karl Towns situation. And unlike Steph Curry or Anthony Davis or some other guys, he's extension eligible now. They could do this deal today. They haven't done the deal, okay? So they don't have an agreement on it. And so, Cat is coming off of the highest achievement in his career. He was awesome in the playoffs. He could look at the Knicks with a straight face and say, I'm a max player, pay me. But in the modern era, You just have to be careful with this situation. One of the reasons why the Nuggets are in the situation where they're facing a jail is because they paid Jamal Murray a max extension when he probably wasn't a max player. And now it's part of the reason why they're handcuffed. The Milwaukee Bucks ran out of time on their team because their team ran out of assets and was too expensive. Expert handling to keep your window open. That's why we see the Thunder giving away players right now. They're trying to keep that core together. And so Jalen Brunson has already set the standard. Mikal Bridges took a little bit less than he could have. We'll see with Josh Hart. Josh Hart is eligible for an extension this summer too. Karl Towns absolutely earned and deserves a full max contract. If the Knicks give it to him, I'm not sure they're going to be able to keep this team together multiple years into the future. So that's a big thing to manage this summer.
That's got to be a really hard sell to keep you in New York, knowing that we may not pay you what you worth. We need you to take a team-friendly contract.
Well, if he's smart, he'll realize that he's in New York, the media hub of the United States, one of the media hubs of the world. He can make that money back. And if he wants to win more, he'll do what Brunson did. But he is deserving of the money. But like I said, if they give that to him, that team, it's going to happen anyway, but it's definitely going to fall apart. Anunoby gone, Shamet gone, Bridges gone. A lot of the core nucleus of that team gone because they're going to have to pay their guys.
Where did Landry Shamet end up?
He's on the Knicks. He's still on the Knicks. He signed a deal to return to them. But yeah, he'll eventually, be gone. Like a lot of the team will get traded away because they're gonna have to clear up space and
they'll become cap casualties.
Exactly. But if I'm a Knicks fan, you know what? It's completely worth it because 53 years. Just for reference, you guys were under the age of 10 years old when they last won. Or maybe close to 10 years old. Dad, you definitely were under 10 years old. Because
I wasn't even born yet. What you talking about?
No, man. Yes, you were. You had to be. It was, well, no.
Shut up and keep talking.
70. They won in 70 and 73. One of them, you weren't alive and flat off 2 years old.
I just said, shut up and keep talking next.
My bad.
Jesus, you didn't get the memo the first two times?
I did not. I genuinely did not. That's my apologies. But you get the point. Like, the Knicks haven't won in a while, and they needed this championship. So they got it. They did what they had to do for it. Now, if the team tears down, you can always hold your hat on this 2026 finals. Always. They needed that.
Well, listen, the last piece broke up their stat. Well, repeat that for me.
Oh, my apologies. Might have some technical
Well, that ain't you. That's
can you
on
hear
my
me?
end. On my end. I could hear you. Dipped out on my end. What was the last point you made?
We said they needed the 2026 championship. They need, like, no matter if the team tears down, has to rebuild or whatnot, they needed that finals. The drought was too long.
The fact that the New York Knicks won after 53 years has only given me more hope to hope some more.
Oh no, you're not gonna parlay this, are you? Into them boys?
Something's coming with them boys. That's what I'm saying.
Curly, you ready? He's the master spinner.
He is.
They weren't even in the convo.
Listen here. All I got to tell you is I got 3 words. We're gonna go to the break now, but when we come out of the break, let me see. Let me make sure we've covered all the NBA. Oh yeah, we got here. Did we hear from Windhorst?
We just did, yeah.
All right, good. All right, now
I see the Warriors signed Gary Payton Jr. to a 1-year, $3 million contract.
I saw that, yeah, after they gave Draymond his 1 year, $27 million too.
Yeah.
What about Kuminga? Is he still out there lingering around?
He's lingering. Him and Jalen Duren, which is interesting.
Apparently the Lakers and Atlanta are talking, but we're trying to work out a 3-team trade. Maybe that will happen this week.
Hope so. That'd be a great move for us. I'd love it.
I think Dalton Connect needs to be a part of that. Atlanta wants him. I think he gets a fresh start in Atlanta too, shooting the ball. They need some shooters.
They do.
I like, before we get to the break, though, I do like that signing I mentioned earlier, though, Statboy and Purdy. I think Tyrese the Bull.
This is going to become in the Hall of Fame in names. It's Matisse Thybulle.
Matisse Thybulle. Right up there with Quirk March.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say it. I was just about to say that exact name as well.
But I'm saying, though, I think he's the defensive wing that we need. I think he just goes and plays defense.
I agree. If he accepts his role and plays his role well, we'll be very successful, and it'll be a great value signing. We need
And he's a very good three-point shooter.
He
He's
is
not a
sneakily.
volume three-point shooter, but if he got to bust one for you, he will.
He's improved it, so he could even evolve into a nice 3-and-D guy, getting good minutes in the
He
rotation.
kind of reminds me of the way he shoots the three, like Champagne up there in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Very quiet at night, and he hit it.
Knock down, and the confidence. If he shoots it with confidence, because that's the main thing a shooter needs is confidence, we'll be good to go.
He plays defense with confidence, which is a good thing. I like how he owns the opposition's lead scorer. He accepts that job night in and night out.
Exactly. And he'll be running with the second unit, so we're going to need that defense. And
if somehow Vanderbilt remains in LA, now you got two big stretch wings that could really cause havoc on the defensive end.
Right, but I would hope Vanderbilt doesn't remain in LA for the simple fact that would mean we likely get Kuminga, which, love you, Vanderbilt, but it's time to go. You did with it. Let's bring in Kuminga.
I think that the biggest factor right now is not getting this team into training camp and letting J.J. Redick put hands on them, meaning this my philosophy, this what we're going to run, this the system we run in, here's the offense, here's the defense. Let's know it, earn it, eat it, sleep it, drink it, you know what I mean?
Right, buy into a culture.
This is
Laker
what we do.
Culture.
This is our culture. This is who we are now moving forward.
Because that's what all the great teams in the NBA have right now. And if we can get that, we'll be so good to go. Because people are talking about us being not as great in the West, not having as good a... I like when the Lakers are in this type of position without the hype on us. And it's interesting that we don't have that hype on us seeing the departure of a certain free agent. But anyway, don't worry. Keep sleeping.
All right, we're going to get to the break, but we're going to pivot to the NFL. We're going to hear from Sports Illustrated's Albert Beer on why Baker and the Buccaneers couldn't agree to terms and where Baker Mayfield goes from here. Also going to hear from Rich Eisen, his top 5 NFL sleeper teams to watch this season. Also hear from ESPN on the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because you Steeler fans, you all been quiet. But we got to ask you all, how good are your Steelers going to be in Aaron Rodgers' final season in 2026, 2027? That and more coming up on the flip side of the break as the Sunday, August 2nd edition of the Press Box continues right after this.
Island games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. We putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island games.
Always on the go? Missed the show? You can now listen to Guardian Radio talk shows anytime, anywhere on Spotify and YouTube by searching Guardian Radio 96.9 FM or by entering the name of your favorite show. You can also listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com and clicking on the podcast tab. Guardian Radio, continuing to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
Buffalo Ranch, Buffalo Ranch. Get messy with it.
Dive in hot with the new KFC Dunk Buffalo Ranch.
Hey, Dunk Buffalo Ranch.
A crispy ranch chicken sandwich with buffalo sauce on the side.
Buffalo on the side. Buffalo on the side.
For just $8.95, get messy with it and dunk it how you want it. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Everybody dunk. Everybody ranch.
You try to rest, but roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers. For window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, August 2nd edition of the Press Box, brought to you, of course, by the Island Game, Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, KFC Nassau, Green Parrot, and Harborside Marine. 12:35 p.m. is the time. We got covered around because this one's flying down the home stretch, but we got to pivot to the NFL first and foremost. Purdy, start boy, what's going on in Tampa Bay with Baker Mayfield? I know Baker's upset. I know that the contract offer was a 2-year contract. He wanted more than a 2-year deal. I think Baker's come there and turned Tampa Bay around as their starting quarterback over the last 4 seasons.
Right.
I agree.
But, I mean, I think he's in line for a contract. I mean, some of these other quarterbacks can get all these buku bucks, and Baker's got numbers to show. He needs
I
to
agree.
money.
But
He's been
Baker's,
more successful than Kyler Murray, and Kyler Murray's getting paid more than him.
no, he's not, because remember, he's going to Minnesota. That's not as big a deal anymore. But Baker, with him, it was reported 2 years, and he was set to earn up to $50 million a year plus. But the guaranteed money was the tricky thing, so he wanted that, and of course, he wanted more years and stability because of what he's done for the franchise, which he has every right to say. I am in agreement. The team is going to look a whole lot different. They went, I think, 7-10 last year, 8-9, missed the playoffs. Carolina won the division, but that division is so competitive that I think they should have taken care of their guy. They need to fire Todd Bowles at this point. It's long overdue.
Why do you feel that? Why do you think so?
Because look at their offense regression over the last couple of years, Pearly, and the defense hasn't been as great as what I know Todd Bowles could do. But more focus is on that side of the ball. And yet the offense is declining and declining. Because last year the Bucs started out hot. They were like 5-1 and finished 8-9. Come on, that's what 3-7 over the last
down the back stretch
10 games.
And that's not all Baker. That's injuries, and that's Todd Bowles making some boo-boo decisions.
Exactly, but not on Baker, because one thing Baker's going to do is he's going to fight every week. You can't buy the type of drive and the type of dog in him that Baker has. You can't. That's rare to find. You can't coach it. You can't teach it. So I would keep Baker there, retool a little bit, get a new coach in there who could really work with Baker and get the offense humming. But it's all good because Baker said he will play on this deal, and when you have to pay him, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Let's check in with Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer right now and get his take on it. But like I said, there's something brewing in Tampa with Baker Mayfield.
Why did Baker Mayfield and the Bucs not come to a long-term resolution?
I would say there were conflicting timelines to some degree. I think Baker wanted this done earlier rather than later. My feeling on it is that he knew that the Bucs over the last couple of years had sort of habitually done these deals in training camp right before the season. And you can look at the examples. Tristan Wirfs is the biggest one. Luke Goedeke was another, their right tackle. Their number one corner, Zion McCollum, was the same. And I think his decision to come out and say something like in June was designed to accelerate talks. Like, look, I don't want to do this after the start of training camp. He sets that artificial deadline. I don't know that the talks moved as fast as he had hoped they would.
Well, then why not? Why not? What's the
because because I think that there is I wonder if the Bucs have come to the full recognition that this is just the price of doing business. Is like 55 is not what it used to be, and so. And I don't know that they wouldn't have eventually gotten there, and I don't know that they won't get there over the course of the next few weeks.
As in million?
Yeah, $55 million per.
Is that what Baker was asking?
And I don't know specifically what he was asking for, but it was in that range. And look, you can say what you want. I believe the number is the quarterbacks this year making over $50 million per year.
Right.
It's not a huge ask to go to 55. After this year, it'll be $50 million. And then if you put two franchise tags together, if he was tagged the next 2 years, it's 110. 110 divided by 2, of course, even an Ohio State guy can do the math.
Thank you.
55 per.
I appreciate the cell phone, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
It makes sense. You know what I mean? So I think this one is I still wouldn't completely close the book on them trying to revisit it with Baker because I don't think that the Bucs have closed the book on it. I think Baker is, I'm done. But
if the Bucs haven't closed the door on it, why not just make sure that it's done before Baker closes it?
Because sometimes these things take time.
Was it owners that they got to twist an arm and just say this is how much it is?
No, I mean I don't think it's that. I think it's more just how do you value a quarterback like this, and that becomes hard. I mean, like I think Goff is a good comp, don't you? I mean, the Lions got him at a cut rate. He had to play on that cut rate for a few years, and then they gave him 55, right? Like I think Baker's well within his rights to ask for something like what Goff got.
You also have to wonder if the Bucs might just maybe want to just leave it alone and not just tag him, but just like let his being pissed off actually help the win column because he had this to say. Go for it, roll it.
Like I told you guys, it's all ball, and I don't want to talk about it. And if you've waited this long to take care of your franchise quarterback, that's too bad because it's only going to get worse from here. Yeah, I'm going to have a really good year.
I love that guy, man.
He needs.
You've seen flag planting like that before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have. He needs an adversary, doesn't he?
But this is not the adversary he's looking for. I don't think he's looking for the Bucs to be the adversary. But I will cape for him anytime. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us.
There's something interesting to look at. They scoffed at $55 million for Baker Mayfield. But I want you to check this out here. Here are the top 10 NFL quarterbacks as far as annual salary. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs, $64 million per annum. Number 2, Dakota Rain Prescott, Dallas Cowboys, $60 million per annum. Tied for 3rd, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals, Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Matthew Stafford. All at $55 million, tied for 3rd. Then coming in at 8th, Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions, $53 million. Tied for 8th, Brock Purdy of the San Francisco 49ers, $53 million. And at number 10, Justin Herbert, $52.5 million. Now, if you take the stats of Baker Mayfield over the last several years in Tampa Bay and put them up against Herbert, Purdy, Goff, Trevor Lawrence, and Jordan Love, he should be making between $55 million and $52 million a year.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Tampa Bay screwing themselves over. They're going to have they franchise him.
Go ahead, Brilly.
So go ahead,
I was just going to say, Hurts and Lamar aren't even in the top 10 of average annual value. So think about that. They're going to have to get new deals as well. Definitely Lamar will get his next year. But Baker, there's no way he shouldn't be getting that deal because it's not so much, the $52 million, this and that. It's the market value. It's what the market is. You could thank Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns for resetting it back in 2022, but that's just what it is.
We'll see. I paycheck. But listen, interesting note. I'm sure that if we sat out, we could come up with 5 sleeper teams for the NFL season coming up. Rich Eisen's already done that. So let's check in with Rich. And here's his top 5 sleeper teams to watch this season in the NFL.
Now, you did this with Seth Rollins last week. You did a sleeper team.
We did a sleeper draft. So each hour, at the top of the hour, me and TJ and Seth, we drafted our sleeper teams. Those are the 9 that we came up with. We all kind of homered our own pick.
Yeah, but how are the Bears, Patriots, or Cowboys a sleeper team?
I don't think anyone expects them to win the Super Bowl.
My team didn't make the playoffs last year. I don't know about those.
That's your sense of like what a sleeper team is?
We're a sleeper team. Nobody expects anything out of us except for you. And Dallas fans and me.
What are you talking about? First Take has been talking about them every day, all week. And there are some people who think they can win it all.
Yeah, but they're talking about.
Listen, those aren't sleeper teams, I don't think. But again, I'm just telling you.
The other ones.
I initially wanted to put the Chiefs as my one sleeper team, but I didn't do it because I'm not here to inflame. I'm here to inform.
Okay, inflame. Why not both?
Big difference. Because I don't want to.
Broccoli does both. Because I don't.
My top Hyundai.
High five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Rich's top 5.
Okay, so sleeper teams. My top 5 sleeper teams. So these are teams that didn't make the playoffs, and these are teams that I think that didn't make the playoffs that are going to make the playoffs. And my number 1 team is I think a team that can win the damn Super Bowl. Okay, you all on the same page here? Number 5. I'm going with the Cleveland Browns here.
Really?
I'm going with the Cleveland Browns. They have drafted some studs. Did you see Todd Monken the other day when somebody asked him if Harold Fannin is going to be a key portion of his offense? Just, hell yeah.
Yeah, Harold Fannin.
Fannin, Judkins, Casey Concepcion is there. They have drafted some kids. Let's get some quality quarterback play. And the head coach on offense, I know Stefanski, that was his side of the ball. It just wasn't working out. I don't know. I think the Browns can be, I'll stop being high register.
Yeah.
I think the Browns can be better than you think. How good? Better than you think. And the Browns won't be the homecoming. They're 5-4. I'm buying into some of the bandwagon talk on the Saints. Saints only 2 games away from winning the division.
I had him on my list.
Okay.
Yeah, TJ took him.
Olave's been paid. They paid Travis Etienne. What if Kamara's good too? What if Etienne and Kamara, would that be the best running back tandem in the NFL?
Currently?
I'm throwing it out there.
Especially with
running back
Montgomery out of
tandem.
Detroit.
Okay, yeah, Detroit broke up theirs.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody, and Gibbs is going to be the bell count. I'm excited about that. They did hire Isaiah Pacheco.
Right.
I was just about to say
Okay.
that.
So it's not like
Gibbs and
Gibbs is going to
Pacheco's-
get 90 carries and only the carries. I mean, Pacheco can fill that Montgomery role for sure. So I'm putting the Saints here. We'll see what they can do. The defense, we've got to see what they can do. But I'll put the Saints here. Number 3 on this list. They are bald and they are beautiful. And they're the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, this was my number 1 pick.
They were number 1 for you?
Yeah.
What if Cam Ward gets this coaching
That's what I'm saying.
from Daboll? Okay.
Carnell Tate.
Yeah. And Ridley and, Pollard. There's some home run hitters, folks. And the defense, Saleh is going to coach them up big time. And again, the sailing already, it's smooth. Look at that.
I mean,
Look at that right there. The storefronts.
So many.
The storefronts are
So many
clean.
beautiful bald men.
Look at that. Saleh. You know what? You like hiring people in your own image. Good Lord.
image in likeness.
That's like the baldest Brady Bunch of all time right there. Okay. Number 2 on the list. I'm buying into this hype too. I'm doing it. The Giants. The G-Men. The G-Men.
Man.
I like this.
Their schedule's pretty brutal.
It's brutal.
But John Harbaugh is coming into town. That's gonna plus this team up.
Oh, yeah.
On the spot. That's what Harbaughs do. They plus up. It's just John's only had one nude gig before as the head coach 16 years ago. I don't know why I want to buy
When
into
is
it.
Malik Neighbors going to play?
Great question. Don't know. But defensively, they're really good. They'll get after you.
Yeah.
Just let's keep the quarterback out of the big blue tent.
They got the scat, man.
Okay. I mean, Theo Johnson's pretty good, right?
Johnson,
Mr.
yeah.
Penn State over there.
Yep.
He is.
And, I'm just mentioning because that's him on the screen, if I'm not mistaken. And let's get Skatiti Bo out there, not flipping around.
Well, you can't stop him from flipping.
I'm going to. And then number 1, my sleeper team of the year. I know you're going to have a problem with me saying that.
Dallas Cowboys.
No. No. The Cincinnati Bengals, I think, can win the AFC and win the whole damn shooting match. I think that it's not helpful that Shamar Stewart got carted off, right?
So only a hyperextension.
Got it.
It's going to miss a few weeks.
Got it.
Avoid a disaster.
Okay. This offense is still this offense. Let's protect him. Let's just give Joe Burrow a short field sometimes. Let Joe Burrow some happiness. So he's not just going home looking through his new telescopes that the celestial
nebulous
stars are. You know what I mean?
He's like zooming with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I love it. Sexy Dex. He's like, let's see it today, Joe. And he's like, you see it every day. Welcome to the Cincinnati Bengals. I think the Bengals are the number 1 sleeper team. And what that means is win the division, go deep in the playoffs. If not, make it back here to SoFi and let's go. They have that chance.
You have one more. I did not know this.
That's my boy. One more. Which one of you said the Vikings? Who said the Vikings were a sleeper team? Is that
I
you,
think
TJ?
TJ.
That wasn't me.
Okay. I'm going to go next level. The Vikings are a sleeper team.
With JJ McCarthy.
Bingo. 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 The kid gets time, and then the kid starts showing up, and the kid gets them to the. Yeah, baby. Minnesota Vikings with JJ McCarthy. Let's go. At some point, he'll get his chance, don't you think? Or is Kyler going all 17 from jump? From jump.
The only way Kyler misses time is if he's hurt. He's not going to get benched.
I agree. That's my top 5 sleeper teams. Hey, you made it.
There you go. I agree with Rich on a lot of those teams, especially Cincinnati.
Yes, I was about to say that. I'm telling you, I will not be surprised if Cincinnati wins the AFC. It will not shock me.
No. We're putting
I know
stock
that's
in
hard for you
Cincy
to
in
hear.
2026.
I don't know where the Giants going up that high on the list. I think they're making improvement, but I don't think they're going to be that high on the list. But there
Nor
are some
do I.
improvements. Did he add in there the well placed?
Let
New
me hear
Orleans-
Stat Boy on why you disagree with Cincinnati.
Because listen, it's in 2021 they make the Super Bowl. 2022 they had a good record, lose to the Chiefs. And since then, I don't think they've made the playoffs. So that's 2023, 2024. 3 straight seasons they haven't made the playoffs.
Yeah, but they've had a ton of injuries, a crappy offensive line.
Yes.
And they've improved the offensive line. They're a healthy team now. They got some key players in there. They were a good team, but they just had a bunch of injuries that hurt them.
And they got a stupid offense.
They did, but now you have other teams in the AFC that defensively, like Denver and like Houston, are going to be a threat. You have to
Yeah,
look
I'm
at
not
your
taking
own
a
division
threat.
because
A threat.
Baltimore, and Pittsburgh are going to take a game off you at least. That's just how the rivalry goes. It's not. So since he could make the playoffs for sure, but what are they going to do when they get there? I don't see them running the table and winning the AFC again. That's just me personally.
That's why we got
The Chiefs are coming back on name alone. I don't think the Chiefs can be that good this year.
6 more
Well,
Sundays.
there I
till
said it.
football.
That's a hot take. But my overall take, though, is that the New Orleans Saints should be much higher on that list. to
I
really
agree with
bounce
you there.
back.
I'll also tell you that we got 6 more Sundays until football, and we got to get to the route now because Mr. Producer giving me the high sign. Rich Eisen taking us home. He's going to weigh in on Debo Samuel's return to the 49ers. He's going to touch on the Bills, Broncos, Cowboys, Falcons, and, of course, the Saints, who you just talked about, Startboy. So that's all coming up to take us home. But 6 more Sundays until the NFL. Next week when we do the show, it'll be 5 more Sundays till the NFL. And it's getting closer, and it's that with the best time of year. So for Startboy and for Earl the Pearl, it's your boy Naughty wrapping things up. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy your holiday tomorrow. Startboy, Pearl, you got anything to say before we get out of here?
Let's go, Dodgers.
Enjoy your holiday. To all our Press Box listeners and Talking Heads listeners, we love you guys.
All right, we'll see you Tuesday for Talking Heads. Mr. Producer, enjoy your holiday. Rich Eisen, take us home.
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
All right, Chris Brockman, what's more likely presented by Pella Windows and Doors? You have the floor.
Let's do it. It's Friday. Football is back. These are all football related. Let's get to it. More likely 49er pass catcher to top 1,000 yards this year. George Kittle or Debo?
Wow. I'll go Kittle. When was the last time Debo had 1,000 yards in season?
A couple years ago, yeah. I think 2020.
I'll go Kittle. I'll go George. I can't wait to see George out there, man.
You going to play week 1 if you're him?
Yes. Guess who's playing week 1? I'll go right now. Kittle, Mahomes, Daniel Jones.
They should
all of them.
They should all know it.
Micah's not, though.
October.
Micah.
No, Micah's out 6 weeks at least.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll go Kittle. What else, Chris?
Chris Olave got paid yesterday.
Sure did.
Big money down there. A couple of wide receivers from the NFC South. NFC South receiver who got Piz age you'd rather have in fantasy this year. Chris Olave or Drake London.
Ooh.
Both those guys got big deals.
Yeah, and
Those
both
are
of
two
those
good
guys,
players,
that
man.
some of their best ability is not their availability
Man,
either,
they get
right?
hurt. They get hurt from time to time.
Oh, my gosh. Well, the thing is, we know who Olave's quarterback's going to be. We don't know who the quarterback's going to be in Atlanta.
We do not.
Right now, we're seeing Matt Ryan's throwing in camp there, right?
Yeah, Matt Ryan was throwing some balls yesterday.
On Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, some guy named Jack Strand was taking first-team reps.
Jack Strand.
No idea. Sounds like a CBS drama.
It does sound like
a cop show.
Coming up new
Friday.
drama.
Yeah.
Jack Strand. Where does Jack Strand ply his craft?
Well,
where? Like Southern California?
Yeah, the beach,
Florida.
the Strand. It's on the
Jack
beach.
Strand in Florida.
He lives on the Strand. Down south.
He
lives on.
He
lives in
Strand
Hermosa.
seems like a warm weather show, don't you think?
Sure. Yeah, I'm with that. San Diego, maybe.
Oh, good one.
Strand in San Diego. Nah, Jack Strand lives in Hermosa. I've had beers with him before.
Is that right?
Yeah.
No kidding. You just go by and Del Tufo's house and they can feed squirrels from their hands.
Well, Mike was further south.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go Olave.
Olave, taking him. They're both on the board. You're up. Second round. Who are you taking?
God. I'll go Drake London because I can't take an Ohio State guy. I play fantasy to enjoy.
You know that crazy Ohio State picture where it's like Marv, JSN, Olave, and there's one more. No, they're all on the same team.
Oh, I see.
And Marvin Harrison's the worst guy of the whole group.
As a professional.
Just saying.
But I'll tell you what, though, I will fully admit it. Ryan Day able to go into a living room of a high school receiving prospect and go, not only can you get drafted well here, you will get paid very well thanks to the underpinnings. What else you got over there?
PJ, this one's for you, man. We've been talking about him. We've had the show with them. First Take's doing the whole week about the Cowboys.
Oh, boy.
Is it more likely the Cowboys finish top 3 in total offense or top 10 in total defense?
Oh, 3 in offense. Let's go.
I would go top 3 in offense, too.
that's
I
easy.
just gave you that stat beforehand that no team has ever gone DFL from points allowed one season to the winning the Super Bowl the next. So them just getting top 10 in total defense is going to be a massive upgrade to begin with.
But if we get top 12, 13 in defense and keep that offense, this whole season's different.
I would absolutely agree with you. That's what my 4 downs to lead this show is all about. So I'll go top 3 total offense.
That was easy, Chris.
Chris, what else?
I changed it. It was number 1 offense. I did.
Well,
top
then
3.
I'll do that too. Then number 1.
More likely, a 30-plus-year-old running back to have a better season this year. Derrick Henry or Christian McCaffrey?
Come on, man. Why would you make
We're back. It's football season.
Why would you
man.
make me do this, though?
Because
End of July, we ain't got nothing else to do.
What's the definition of better?
you know it.
I don't know it. No,
It's like-
I don't
it's
know
like-
it.
It's like, you know,
McCaffrey's going to absolutely beat Derrick Henry in yards from scrimmage.
Yeah.
So Derrick Henry had 1,600 yards last year. McCaffrey had 1,200. We know McCaffrey's going to catch more passes.
Correct.
But you're just
And
going to look.
score-
You're going to look
score
at
more
it and know who
touchdowns.
has the better year. You'll know.
Who had the better year last year in your estimation?
Probably Derrick Henry.
Really?
Second in the league in rushing?
McCaffrey could have won the MVP at some point. If he had a big, massive Saturday night, Week 18 game against Seattle instead of what happened, he would have been in position to take down more than comeback player of the year from NFL honors.
Derrick Henry had 16 touchdowns. I don't know.
I know. All right.
I mean, they're pretty even.
How dare you make me choose?
Life's about choices.
I'm going to go.
McCaffrey had 900 yards receiving.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
McCaffrey
man.
did have a better year.
I'm going to go with McCaffrey.
Okay. I'm in fantasy too. You're on the clock.
Oh, I just got last night.
End
a
of the first
position
round?
poker league. I got second overall.
Oh, whoa. So Bijan or Jameer.
Well,
Congratulations.
I believe I'm going to basically get Jameer. I don't believe,
Be 924 rush.
Yeah,
receiving
McCaffrey-
yards and
McCaffrey-
7 touchdowns.
You're right, McCaffrey
Kind
had
of
better
sways.
I'll do that again.
More likely, a quarterback desiring a contract extension to have more yards and touchdowns this season. C.J. Stroud or Baker Mayfield?
I'll go Baker. Yeah. Come on now. You know what I'm going to answer on that front.
Whose contract has more AAV on it when they get it?
Stroud.
Really?